of course, when the money goes down, it's going for projects. And it is the members of parliament who bring up proposals on which projects to implement at the constitutions level. So that's how they interfere, actually. But the NG-CDF is actually managed from here in Nairobi. I mean, there's a whole act of parliament. But the Supreme Court also in 2023 gave an opinion that these funds should not be managed by members of parliament. And that's where the bone of contention is. In my view, I think much as the Mheshimiwa says it should be given to the county, there could be another major problem also, because we already have problems with governors and how they also distribute resources within their county. People complain. So I think it should be managed from Nairobi as a central office, but I think that this money, so that, because there's always corruption in whichever way you turn your back or your, so it should, I think, be given straight to the ward, so that the ward is given the money. Now the member of parliament, as a supervisor, comes in to check whether actually those projects that the ward
when proposed, you give it to the ward, who do you give it to? That's
I mean, we have, okay, we have MCAs, but you don't give it to the MCA. You give the ward administrators, who should be properly vetted and approved by the national government, so that a lot of this corruption is not just zoned at the governor's level or MP's level, but at least every ward can manage their own corruption, quote unquote, in the way they want it to help them. Because now, by the way, as he says, when members of parliament manage this and they don't, you didn't probably vote for them, a huge population is actually, excluded from development money, which is national money, and that is managed under the national, the Finance, Public Management, Public Finance Management Act. So if it went straight to the grassroots, yes, there will be pilferage, but you see there will be pilferage in this ward and in the other ward and every other ward. But now when it's retained at the constituency MP level, I think that a lot of people who did not vote for the MP actually suffer. So it should go to the wards and managed by the ward administrators, not necessarily the MCA.
Parting shot. Starting.
Yeah, for me, I think that Kenya should come together as a whole, not just to remove William Ruto, but they should come together to improve the economic conditions of our country. And our bigger picture should be, how can we improve our economies, our health systems? How can we come together as a nation to speak one language?
Okay, thank you so much, Wakili. Kiru, parting shot as well.
Well, I think the main problem that is bedeviling the current regime, and that's why it's likely to lose the next election, is the lack of trust. The president himself has won that trust. Won it, not that not winning, he is sort of depreciated it by making so many statements that are not true, are not factual, and at times outright lies. That is my worry, and if he was to reduce much of that, he may get slightly more votes than he's destined to get today.
All right, thank you so much, Kipruto Rapkirwa, who served as Agriculture Minister in the Kibaki administration. Also thank you, Ishmael Nyaribo, Advocate of the High Court. And also once again, I'd like to thank Professor Macharia Munene, who was part of this show this morning. He's a History and International Relations professor.